Ugh. How could I possibly interrupt this music? This is simply wonderful. And this is Valkyria Chronicles. I'm going to start a playthrough. This is going to be really exciting for me. I have never actually beaten this game. My friend in college owned it on his PlayStation, and I played it a little bit. I played maybe a third of the game at that time. Then when it came out on PC, it was on sale one day, and I bought it, and I started it up, and I played the first mission or two, and was like, oh my god, this game is still so good. And then, I don't know, life got in the way, just like normal. So now, I'm going to make an actual attempt at playing through this game. I want to get from the beginning to the end. I'm not going to be too concerned with A, ranking every single mission. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to sacrifice my sort of strategy or whatever to make it happen. I do know that there are serious criticisms that are sort of thrown against this game because of its ranking system. It encourages speed running at all times in order to get the best rewards out of the game, the best experience numbers and the best money, which truly is kind of a cool idea, but a little not well executed. Aww, these two are cute. Then we go back to the sketches. Yeah, so I guess I understand that that's there, and I'm going to largely ignore it. Valkyria Chronicles. Ugh. There's a few words in this game that are really uncomfortable to say. Like Valkyrur and Ghirlandio and all this other shit. It's like classic Japanese faux European, like, it just comes off sounding like strange nonsense. Okay, let's check our settings here real fast. That's not what I wanted, but hey, extras. I have all the stuff. So maybe we'll do those extra missions at some point. Options, I think I'm good. I think I've got this set up. Action cam is normal. I'm playing with an Xbox 360 controller right now, because this game with mouse and keyboard would just be really uncomfortable for me, personally. Maybe that's just because I experienced it the first time on a PlayStation. We're going to say new game. Yeah, it's kind of fun, this like conceit that it's like all a book that was written in the future.
EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the
A.
In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation,
Which was
Both
Democratic
powers
AF.
depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority,
In these
struggled,
videos, I'm getting
gaining
a little
ground in
stuttering.
early victories and putting the
I'll see what I can do about
Federation
messing with my
at
settings for that.
Emboldened
not too bad.
by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers.
Gallia,
But the rich
known
stores
as
of Ragnite
not
under the
Poland
Gallian
by the
soil
locals.
proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
Okay, so we're gonna spend a lot of time in this book, from what I remember. This is the main way you get through the game. Every individual cutscene is sort of represented by one of these little pictures in the book, And you can kind of see down in the right side there, that picture looks very like a map. And every time there's a map in the book, that means it is a mission for you to go fight. And these like establishing cutscenes, I'm not going to talk over them too much because anyone watching this and caring about the story, like maybe you want to know about Gallia and Brule and all these people and what the hell's going on in the Second European War. But yeah. So let's jump on back in. I mean, okay, so I should talk about this for a second. The music in this game, I know I mentioned it already. It's so killer. Sometimes I just get stuck. I remember getting stuck sitting in a moment and not doing anything because I was just too busy feeling really nice. Ba bum bum ba da ba. It's just so cute. It's so nice. Ugh, okay, let's watch a cutscene.
March, 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa.
Fish!
Already? Hey
Bug.
there, guys.
I haven't seen a fish in years.
Beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
The fuck is that guy doing? He's talking to fish. Hey, they can't hear you. I actually really do like the whole thing with him and his sketchbook because it gives justification for this whole art style. Kind of like, you know, like the whole thing is a story being told by Welkin or by, you know, or like the person who wrote On the Galleon Front used Welkin as a resource and like all of his sketches, and it's just a really nice,
My name
it
is
connects
Welkin.
things.
And
Hey, Welkin.
You are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia.
Those
Alicia
fucking
Martel.
hats.
So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
Brule.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know.
What does
and
that
you
mean?
know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
Thanks, fish. Oh, you sure got me in a mess of trouble. I like that they have us look at Welkin, like the first way that we meet Welkin is to remind us that he's a very sensitive soul and, you know, sort of a folksy country dude and loves all the fish and knows a lot about them and he can draw and he's got this little sketchbook and, you know, it's clearly setting us up to throw him into some real fucked up stuff. I like his voice actor for the most part. From what I remember, it is just nice. Everything's so nice in this game. It's so nice. All right, next cutscene. You don't want to hear me blather on right now, or maybe you do.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes. I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh?
You fucked up. Oh, puff up those cheeks. Anime.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
That sounds like officer material.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there!
What? Holy shit. What the? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This goes 0 to 60 a lot faster than I remembered.
Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
That was like a Telltale
Yeah.
Games moment.
I mean, I
Like,
made it through training anyway.
like if I'd had buttons, it'd be like, pick up the gun
Well,
yourself,
that's
or
probably just a
give the
small
gun to
stabbing
Welkin.
We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Yeah, why are there only like 3 of them? It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Back to this nice little pastoral music. Open the menu by pressing the Y button. Yep. Select save. Ooh, I may want to save. Alright. Please ignore this old playthrough where I got a few chapters in. Because that was literally 4 years ago. No, 3.5. Okay. We're going to make a new one. Bam. Done. That easy.
Okay, here's the plan.
Tell me, girl. You and your extremely combat-appropriate headdress. Okay, we've got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. We're going to deploy from the blue spot and take out all 3 of them. I see. Cross the bridge, take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time. Nice and easy. Okay, so it's nice. It's sort of a normal tactics game kind of situation. It tells you the victory and failure conditions and kind of lets you figure it out. Obviously, this first mission, they handhold you, but we just got to kill all the dudes, and we fail if Welkin or Alicia dies or if 20 turns pass. Well, I don't know how I could possibly waste 20 turns on this mission, but it's good to know they put it in there just to, I don't know, shame you for being
Just
an
stay
absolute
calm and
idiot.
get it done.
Okay. Let's do it. Okay.
I
Ooh.
see 3 of them.
Look at how, like, resolute he is. That's not the guy who was sketching fish a few minutes ago. His battle senses have turned on.
That's
Battle
3 too
Welkin.
many. Stay sharp.
Stay frosty. So. Oh,
Listen
okay.
a second. There's something I should explain.
Yes! Oh, shit, I remembered it. Perfect. Okay. Command points. This is the most important thing. When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here, you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy, and then press A. Doing so uses up one of the command points displayed at the top of the screen. They reflect your ability as a commander. Oop, I skipped one. Whatever. In this battle, you have 3 CP, so you can issue instructions to your units up to 3 times. Okay. Well, let's try moving a unit. So the big deal is, I don't know, I mean, I'm probably going to cover stuff that they're going to interrupt me with later, but the idea is that you can see the whole map, and you can't always see every enemy. They'll show up as you find them on the battlefield. It shows you sight lines that they technically have, although this scout's weaponry is nowhere near good enough to be effective at this range, so they're not going to shoot me from here. But you can see who has sight lines to who with these little yellow lines. And you've got all your units down here, and every time, like I said, every time you decide to select one and control it, you use up a command point. So use a command point to become a unit and do whatever that unit can do over the course of 1 turn. So I'm going to start with Welkin. And I know I said I wasn't going to A-rank every mission, but I think I am for this one just because I like it, and it's incredibly easy. You just take Welkin and you move him all the way up and use all 3 command points and kill 3 dudes. Scouts are a little OP in these games. Their weaponry, if you can get them even reasonably close, does just massive one-shot headshot damage. Here, well, you'll see.
Here we go.
So I am become Welkin, and I'm put down into the field. This is where it kind of gets a little different from a normal tactics game because you have full 360 movement. It's not square-based. It's like a little more open, and you just have movement points. And every bit that you move, it takes down this AP meter, and it'll deplete all the way to the bottom. And once you're at the bottom, you can't move anymore. So wherever you are at that moment, you're stuck unless you want to use another command point to activate them again, or next round. So you could potentially leave them open for horrible things to happen to them if you didn't put them in cover or somewhere strategic. Okay. So yeah, that's what I just said. Keep an eye on their remaining AP. And hey, look, there's a bad guy. Maybe you should go up there and show him what for. So I'm going to move him up. So as I move, which I can do slowly if I wish. Not that I think that really affects anything. I think that as soon as you get into somebody's line of sight or draw their notice, they will turn and start attacking you. It doesn't really, there's no like stealth in this game, but it is nice that it has like I want to decide what's going on. Because what this helps you with is as you move around, you might notice new people. Like maybe there was somebody hiding behind that rock down there in the water somehow, and I might just see him now, and he wouldn't have been on my map earlier because I couldn't see him. So I'm going to move up. I'm going to then get interrupted. So here's what happens. You press the right bumper, and you sort of go into an attack mode. And at that point, you can target them. And here, let's skip that bit. I'm going to get into cover first, and then I'll explain how this works. So while I was moving around, if anyone had noticed me, they could be shooting at me right now. So that part is real time. So the longer you spend just moving around and not backing out up to that map screen or going into firing mode, you're just actively getting shot at. So it does add some tension there. But, boop, let's go into the firing mode. So I could be, I could aim anywhere if I wanted, right? So it could be whatever the hell I wanted. Obviously, I want to shoot a dude. So I'm going to aim at his head. And you can see the menu up at the top, right? So it says to kill. So the body shots, I need 7 shots to kill, and I'm only going to shoot 5. See, shots 5. So my Galleon 1 down there in the corner, this gun, which has infinite ammo, what can I change to? I don't have anything else. So this is all that I'm holding. So it's going to shoot 5 shots, and it needs 7 body shots to kill. Or it only needs... I need to use the... There we go. It only needs 2 to kill if I get headshots. And then it says versus person, versus armor, or area. And this sort of dictates, like, hey, this is the kind of damage you're doing, right? Like, it's good against people. It wouldn't be effective against armor, and it doesn't deal area damage like a grenade or like a... anything that explodes. So let's hope that I get a couple. Boom! 2 headshots right off the boat. I don't know what I was trying to say. So, yeah. So I can end whenever I want, or I can keep going.
Yes.
Oh, Welkin, you're such a cute little muffin. But I have a ton of AP, see? And the more you activate a given unit, like if I use him and then back out to the map and then use him again, he'll have less AP than he started with last time. So say if he started with, I don't know, I'm just going to give a unit to it, like 10 AP. When you activate him again, he might start with 8 AP. And that continues to dwindle. So you can't just continually use the same overpowered unit and get all of his movement range. It's kind of their way of making you use other units. But that's going to get ignored by me right now because I'm going to hop right on over this barrier. Technically, I don't need to do this, but you can get, I think it's ammo off of those guys if you have something that needs ammo, or if you destroy their like special units, you get their weapons if you go collect their body, and you get these special weapons from the special units, but there's not one on this map. So it's going to tell me about cover, which I already kind of knew, but it's pointing out the fact that there's a lot of cover over there, and it's probably advantageous for me to be behind some. Yada, yada, yada. Cool. So whenever possible, he should be behind cover. I feel like that's pretty obvious. So I'm going to move over here, and then he can start shooting at me, so I'm going to back out immediately. So see how he immediately started shooting at me as soon as I was in his range. He can see me, but he's not shooting yet. So I could go back here and use Alicia or this town watchman, who is worthless. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to use Welkin again. And we're going to go right on up here and do this. So something I should mention. And see, I went right into this mode because this makes it so that they can't shoot at me actively. And I could back out if I wanted, but I should go back in. See, because I took another hit. But obviously I'm taking very little damage because I'm behind cover and blah, blah, blah. Something I should point out, this circle is kind of an RNG zone. The other thing that is criticized about this game is that you can put the best strategy together and get units where they need to be, and then you can get screwed by the RNG and not actually hit anybody or kill the unit you needed to kill, and then suddenly your plan is kind of thrown off. And maybe this is your third time running through the mission because you've failed it, and that's worked every time, and then you do it another time, and nope. And so it kind of, if you're like a real power player, it really incentivizes you getting as close as possible to a unit so that you guarantee more hits. But that's like really high risk, high reward gameplay, and you can, I mean, the RNG works the other way too. So they might shoot at you and all of their hits hit you and your unit goes down. And then you're stuck in a whole other situation. So anyway, I don't mind the RNG in this game. I think it's just another part of the challenge, but I do understand that chance can make people a little upset about things. So, especially in like a tactics game. But it's kind of always there. I mean, people complain about that in Fire Emblem too, but that's, you know, if something has an 85% chance to hit, that means that 15 out of 100 times, you're not going to hit. And I think that every time someone misses with that, they go, oh, fuck, that's bullshit. I had 85% chance to hit. And yeah, that's true. That's how probability works. Sometimes you're not going to hit. And I think that the devs on those games even inflate the chance in the back end, right? So it lists 85%, but it might actually be like a 90 because they are compensating for people being upset about that. Anyway, that is a sort of separate thing, but I'm going to hit fire. And yet again, I do 2 amazing headshots.
Yes!
Yes! And then Welkin is a badass. So now with the movement points that I have left, I don't want to waste them because, like I said, your AP goes down every time you reuse the same unit. I'm going to go over here, take cover, and back out. And then we're going to finish this mission because I'm going to go right back into Welkin. You can see his AP down there in the bottom right corner. It's pretty low. So Shazam, and we're going to use all of it to go right here. Hey, buddy. This is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Alright, goodbye. And there's the mission. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of things that get more complex. We're going to get other units in play. I'm not just going to use the same one to rush a mission. I'm going to use Alicia. And we started this mission with 3 scouts, and there's at least 4 different types of units and tanks and other stuff, and everybody can be upgraded, and all their weapons can be switched out, and they can be trained and leveled up, and it's a real big deal. Okay, so base results, everything that you would get based on just beating the mission are 80 XP and 200, I think they're ducats in this game. And then clear bonus, A rank, because I A ranked it, it's another 160 XP and another 400 ducats. So like, when you think about that, like, you have to beat that in one turn to A rank it. So the XP and money gains are not small. And obviously you still get some for B ranking or C ranking, but it's not as nearly as good. And so you do feel a little punished for not like just rushing through and missing the fun parts of the game, which I think in a tactics game are about being strategic and being good at it and somewhat careful. Right? I mean, you don't want to lose units, and so you move people where it is helpful and where they're not going to get shot, but where they have the maximum visibility and all this other stuff. And you make little pincer plans, and you send the right unit to the right spot. And how is anybody going to know on their first run through how to, like, cheese it? But I guess I think it just could have been communicated better, right? I mean, like, getting a B rank, it makes it feel like A is unobtainable, and that does sort of mess with someone's perception of this game. Again, I actually really liked this game from what I played, and none of those things bothered me, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate. All right. I keep stopping at moments to just yak about things, so let's move on to this game. A new episode has been added. Let's watch it. Fuck.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Thanks, Brule Dude number 2.
No. Go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
Low-key, Alicia is the most badass character in this game, from what I remember. Oh boy, I need to stop saying from what I remember. I basically haven't played this game. I don't remember a lot of the actual missions or the story. I remember there's a pig with wings.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
Spoilers!
These
Rude.
events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time.
The mists.
A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate.
Yeah, they really go hard into the
Love blooming even through the flames of war.
Can love bloom even on a battlefield?
What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
Irene Kohler. Interesting. I don't remember if we ever meet that character or if that's the reporter character that we meet. I'm not really sure. Title character. Yeah, we're going to meet Mr. Valkyria at some point. Valkyria Chronicles is his full name. He is the main character of the game.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
What I was going to say is that they really go whole hog into the World War II-iness of this without it, like, literally being at all World War II. I mean, of course, they call it the Second Great European War or whatever, but, you know, there's even the Darksons are this race that are basically the Jews of this war, and we'll get more into that, but it's, you know, the parallels are pretty strong. And then there's magic, and then there's people with medieval lances, but those lances shoot anti-tank missiles, and the tanks are powered by some sort of magic resource, and, you know, just like World War II. Boom! Let's do it.
Seeing that old mill spinning again really makes it feel like home sweet home.
I hear that. It really is one of the most beautiful things about this town. Well, citizens, our enemy can't be far behind. I thank you for your help. Goodbye, and take care.
Anime goodbye. Just a little giggle and a run. Oh, more of this pastoral, beautiful
How's
music.
the packing coming along, Ys?
Ys is a really uncomfortable shortening of Isara. The music in this game was composed by a guy named Hitoshi Sakimoto. He also did stuff for several other Final Fantasy games, as far as I remember. And, I mean, everybody that they get on the Final Fantasy series is pretty much gold to me. I love that music, and you can tell that there was a lot of heart that went into the tracks for this. It brings me back to the year that this came out, like every time I hear it. It's so nice. So nice.
Almost done. I only need to take the everyday basics.
Well, the Empire's got to be close by. Let's hit the road by sundown.
Martha, look! Welks is here!
Oh, welcome back, Welkies.
Welkies.
You're still calling me that? Martha, I'm 22 years old.
Ugh, 22. Yeah, they're all kids. Fucking
And more
A.
important, you shouldn't be running around. Aren't you due any day now?
Oh, she's preggers.
Ah, a light jog won't hurt the little spud. I should know. I've already had 4 of them.
Wow.
Hello there. Is Welkin in?
I brought the customary apology bread.
Oh, hello, Alicia. What brings you?
Oop, sorry.
I just wanted to apologize. For before. Here. This is for you.
Really? These are for me?
I work at the bakery. Well, I did until the war started anyway. It's where I live, too. That's preserved bread, so it's pretty hard. Heat it up before you eat it, all right?
Preserved bread. Yum.
I baked it myself, so the flavor's guaranteed. Best you ever had.
Is it better than fresh bread? Like, good bread?
Thanks. Do you want to come in?
Arrested and shot at?
Ha 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 ha
You've had a
ha.
busy day of it, haven't you, Welkies?
Oh, just another day in the life of Welkin Gunther.
And what a lovely lady you are for all that adventuring. Good job, Welkies.
What? Wait, no, it's not like that. Alicia just saved my skin, that's
She's
all.
not some sort of adventuring prize.
He's right, we just met. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero.
You see, okay, that's surprisingly straightforward for an anime kind of game. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero. Like, they could have dragged that out for hours of gameplay of just misunderstanding and everybody anime blushing and no, and running off and someone being sad and a little sweat drop.
Although I'm really hoping to be his friend.
It's so sweet. What a wholesome game about war.
Oh, well, I'm sure you will. Be good to my Welkies here, won't you?
Okay, seriously, Martha, enough with the Welkies already.
That's a lovely portrait. Is that General Gut?
Shit. I keep doing that.
Yep. It was taken before I was born. But that's Dad.
What, on the left or on the right? I assume on the right, and he's terrifying.
That's Dad? You're a lucky guy. And who's that with him, there? My father, Tamer. He was an engineer. The General's tank was his
Tamer.
creation.
Tamer. Okay.
Wait a minute. But I thought the General was your dad. My birth parents died when I was a baby. The General was kind enough to take me in as his own after that.
Aw.
Yeah. We're not related by blood, but she's definitely my little sister.
And not to keep harping on the anime bullshit, but that not related by blood thing could have really led to like a love triangle situation with him trying to get with his sister. Thank God that this seems to be a more reasonable show. Show? I'm not watching an anime. You're watching an anime. They did make an anime of this, though.
Sorry.
I didn't
was
watch
that
it.
question too personal?
Yes.
No, I don't mind at all. I was blessed with 2 wonderful fathers. Yeah, I guess you were, huh? Oh, is that really the time? I've got to get going. Why don't you see her off, Welks? I can take care of the rest of this on my own.
Elbow nudge.
All right, I will. I'll be right back.
He's not getting it.
See you later, Isara. Safe travels.
Yeah, it's just really like cute moments for everybody needing to evacuate the town because the enemy is moving in with all of their tanks. Like, that's a little worrisome.
Wow, look at this. Bruhl's really becoming a ghost town.
They've been leaving for a while.
People just turning into
Just about
birds.
everyone is evacuated by now. You can't blame them. Tensions are rising with the Empire. We'll survive. The Town Watch will guard and protect the home front. Everyone will come back someday. They'll come back when it's safe again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because no one has ever
Welkin,
defeated
I'm
a
curious.
cute
Are you gonna
homespun
join the
militia.
army like your father?
I don't think that's for me.
I just
What
want
I'd
to...
really like to do is be a teacher.
A fish teacher.
Huh. A teacher?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really good at getting through to
Animals
fish.
and insects, flowers and plants, they've always been my passion. I've learned a lot from nature. You see, my dad, he protected this country as a general, but it's just that I want to give back in my own way. My own way. You know what I mean?
My own
I
way.
think I do. You're sure about it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's deep in your own
My own way.
Ah!
In my own way.
What was that?
That sound.
Oh, big cutscene. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, the windmill. Wait a minute, I thought the town was a ghost town. How are there still people here? Why didn't you evacuate, you stupid fucks? Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Come on, let's go!
Look at this sketchy art style. It's so cool. Ah, I love every time they do that. And it even happens in-game. Like, it's so
I
cool.
don't believe it. The mill.
That mill we were talking about so pointedly before, it got
Miss
destroyed.
Valkyria, the Imperials are attacking. There's a squad of them in town right now.
Get all the Town Watch together now. We've got to fend them off.
They must be at Mill Plaza. I'll help.
Thanks, Welkin. Now move out. Stay low.
Okay. Here we are at another one. I'm gonna save. Let's do this.
I'll explain the mission.
Do we have time for that? Okay, another small-ish map. Okay, so we're starting at the bottom and we're moving to the top. What's our, yeah. So we're going to hide behind the sandbags. And so we have to kill a specific enemy this time. So obviously the way to cheese this one would be to ignore as many people as possible and go straight for it. But I'm not gonna do that. This begins our fuck the A rank playthrough. Alright. Hidden enemies won't show up in the command mode view, so be careful as you make your advance. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so we have to kill the enemy leader, and then the same failure conditions as always. We can't let our main friends die.
Okay, let's begin. It's up to us to defend Bruhl. Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
All right, I got it. Let's all be careful out there.
Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
What do you got to tell me? Damage. A set amount of the damage a unit has sustained is healed in each turn. Oh, I forgot about that. If a unit has taken heavy damage, don't push them, stay back and heal up. Should enemy attacks drive a unit's HP to 0, their condition becomes critical. In this battle, you have no way of helping a unit in critical condition. Try to fight carefully so no one's HP reaches 0. So normally if you had a medic or the possibility of calling a medic, you could let somebody die and then go recover them with another unit, and they'll essentially go recover for a turn, and then you can respawn them at one of your sort of camp zones that you have. And that's just a more advanced situation that we don't have yet, because we haven't even joined the army yet. Alright, so I can only see 2 enemies, but they warned us that there's more. So let's start with Squishy Boy. Because why not? So I'm going to go up. We're going to crouch. Oh. Yep, sightline lines. Great. I'm going to crouch. We're going to enter fire mode again so that I don't get constantly shot. Yep, so I can quickly switch between enemies. Yes, yes, yes. Right. Okay, and then I talked about all this stuff before. Yada, 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 yada. Perfect. So, like it said, I can snap back and forth between visible enemies. I can't see anyone else, and this guy is kind of worthless, so we're going to aim at his head, and we are going to murder one. Praise Gallia. But I'm going to move him up, because I have a lot of movement points left, and I don't care. Now I will quit out. Yes, please. Okay. Now, because I used Welkin a ton last time, let's move Alicia. Whose outfit is super baller. I love it. Can that be cover? That does not appear to be cover. Well, and I'm getting shot. So we're going to be real awkward and hide right here. See, his cover is still affecting him. It's going to take shots. So this may backfire on me because we're gonna experiment with the splash damage. We're gonna find out, because this guy needs to come out of cover, but that is going to possibly ruin my cover, and I may have to run for it. Fuck it. This is a cute little Let's Play where I am just gonna do what I want. Hey, and it didn't hurt me at all. I now run for safety. Oh, let's recover a body or two, I guess. Crouch. Done. Alright, Welkin. Let's do your stuff.
Ready to go.
Welkin, I think, still only has this one gun. Yeah. Okay, so we saw one hidden enemy who is hanging out right... Bam. And he gets one shot on me. And I'm going to ruin his day.
Yes!
Yes! It's like that Street Fighter thing. M. Bison. Okay, so I am now in cover with everyone. We're going to end, and I think I'm out of command points. So for the first time, we get to see what happens when the enemy gets a turn. So we get to see how many command points they have, which is 5. Which means they've still got some dudes around, probably. He's going to shoot at me for, like, no damage. But you see, I got to shoot at him while he was moving, and then I get a counterattack, which is a real thing. Ah! And then he tried to run away, and I got to shoot him again, and he died. So now you can kind of see some of the extra strategic positioning things, where if an enemy is going to move past you, get somebody in cover who has a sightline on them, you can just get pot shots on them, and, like, for days. So let's move some people up, because like I said, we're being careful. We're doing careful Valkyria. I'm going to use my stupid town watchman. The reason being, of course, that if he dies, it doesn't fuck with my ability to finish this mission. But I'm going to rush him up, because he's going to definitely see more dudes here in a minute, probably. Oh, look, there's one. And that guy's red. So let's pull up this map. Oh, he's getting shot at. I'm gonna pull that up. I gotta remember that. I gotta do what I talked about. So he's gonna take shots, but it's gonna not do as much of anything. Or that's a ragnade, so he can heal, which is what that does. So he doesn't have a grenade. It was just Alicia that had a grenade. Okay, good to know. But it's also good to know that he's got ragnade. He's not as useful as I thought, but he's gonna take a shot. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so now he's over half dead, but he gets a retaliatory shot. And shabam, we're gonna end. So this area is blocked off to me, so that's as far as that goes. There's a lot more back there, but I think this is our, dude, because he is red. But I don't want to tell tales out of school, so let's go find out. I'm gonna murder him. I'm gonna bring the death. I'm gonna bring the death straight to his doorstep and be like, here you go. Bet. Crouch. Bug out. And so that breaks. And when that breaks, you can see that he, as a unit, was providing command points to their side in general. So when you kill a CO that has a command point, then they get less CP to use on their turn forever for that mission. So it's really advantageous to go take those guys out. Oh, hello, tank. So tanks play a huge part in this game. Usually you only ever get 1 or 2 in my experience, but I don't know. I've never seen the second 2/3 of the game. But they're bad, and they'll fuck shit up. And they take 2 command points to activate instead of 1 like a normal unit would. Because remember, I can use my command points however the hell I want. I could use them all in 1 unit or whatever. And if I don't use any and I instead end the turn, I then get more command points. I get the turn's worth of command points in addition to the ones that I didn't use on a previous turn. So you can kind of stockpile them to use strategically. Which I think is what happened to them, because they had 1 or 2 left at the end of that round. Oh shit. This is not good. And you can see that her weapons are entirely not helpful. Oh, Town Watchman. You're too good for this world. Oh, and they're activating their tank again. Oh, this is brutal. So, we have, all told, done like 20 out of like 1,400 damage to that thing by shooting at it as it moved.
Welkin, tank!
Thanks, Alicia. That's a good face to make with that stupid sentence.
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
No, we are not.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now. Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow. And try to stay behind cover while moving. 1 blast from that turret and it's over.
Okay, so this is the same map, which is interesting because we started over here and moved up, and now we positioned ourselves here, the tank moved down, and now this whole other section of the map has opened up to us, and this is our situation. So let me see the objectives again. Welkin reaches the destination. So that is a pretty clear hint that we don't all have to get there. Just Welkin does. So what I can do here, which I wouldn't normally do, like I said, but we're just going to invite more possibility of severe death the longer that we stay on this map, is I can just activate Welkin as many times as it takes to go move from cover to cover and get over here. Which is what I'm going to do.
Ready to go.
Go, 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 go! I am getting shot at. But he's got a lot of AP. So I'm going to crouch, and I'm actually going to shoot at one of these dudes. Yes! And then I'm going to end this current action, and I'm going to activate Welkin uno mas.
Here we go.
And I don't remember, I don't think there's any aces. I could be wrong. But, nope. Okay, so I succeeded because I got him there. We ran away.
Looks like we shook him. What are you doing from here?
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the Town Watch can do.
Yeah, I don't understand why you were talking about how, like, the Town Watch is going to take care of it earlier, because, like, the army was moving in. That was never going to be good. You're so dumb. All right.
We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away.
Sacrifice
I'll take my
ourselves.
place at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
This is a pretty drastic start to the game. Okay, so see, I got B rank because technically you can do that whole first phase of the game alone as Welkin. Get him in position, have the tank show up, and then move Welkin all the way down. So it's yet another mission where you can just cheese it by only moving Welkin. I defeated one enemy leader, so you see you get the leader bonuses and you get ace bonuses. And aces, like I mentioned earlier, are extra cool bad guys that recovering their body will give you forever, like, access to one really awesome weapon that might be, you know, it's kind of it's an Eastern Coalition or whatever the hell they're called weapon that you normally wouldn't have access to. And then you can get bonuses for destroying enemy tanks, which we did not do because we literally had nothing to do it with. Okay, B rank, bam. Now we're gonna watch another cutscene or two.
Chapter 2.
Turn the page,
Escape
wash your
from
hands. I think, so there's one more mission here on this page. I think that I'm going to get through that mission, and then I'm going to call it good on this episode. So let's watch some chameleon.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
I can fight them with a stick and preserved bread.
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Ugh.
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
I think bad guys hire low-voiced
Stop this
people
now.
specifically. Whoa,
Seriously,
she's
Ray,
Jewish.
Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
Then that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. PU. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I love that a soldier just said PU. Whoa, she got them
I
moves.
will thank you to watch your tongue in this house.
Oh,
You have to
Isara!
leave now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there!
Fire! Oh, fuck, he did use the stick.
Hey!
Oh, okay, good.
Darkson pig!
Yes.
Isara, are you okay?
Yes.
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Deaf now.
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ys. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Which is the only place in
Folks,
Brule.
Listen, the barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
Oh, right. Yes. Daddy Tank. Papa Tanks. Papa Tank, Papa Tank. Tank that fights all the bad guys.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies.
So that's
I enrolled in
right.
a maintenance class given by the military.
She
I wanted to be
is.
able to do what my father could do.
Yes, that's
Well,
right.
that's
Oh,
great.
she's so cool.
But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much, hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power to weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
All right, Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
Yeah, I remember that class in
We'll
high
bring
school.
Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Oh, what a plucky little unit we're forming. What a whole gang of underdogs.
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate.
She can do that?
Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
I will admit that little like whistle tone thing that happens every time you come back to this book does get old. Okay. Yeah, I guess we do this. I guess we do this mish. That's what the cool kids call missions.
Here's the brief for this operation.
Wait, we're not with you. Okay, so the enemy is a squad centered around a single tank, currently advancing from the plaza onto the main road. We need to defend the gate on that road. If the enemy breaches it, the evacuating townspeople will be in danger. They'll probably head for the gate and try to destroy it. The tank will be with them. Our goal here is to take out that tank while keeping the gate standing. Without the help of your tank, it's next to impossible for us to destroy their tank. Until we can rendezvous, the Brule Town Watch will do everything we can to keep that gate in one piece. The Town Watch will need to hold off the enemy forces until you arrive with the tank. We'll need to use the sandbags around the starting point and gate for cover to hold back the Empire's attack. Okay, so it looks like we'll have two groups of people to control. So the enemy's tank is destroyed is how we win this one. So we got to destroy that tank as soon as possible. Brule's main gate is destroyed, is a failure. And then obviously our normal ones where Welkin dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass.
All right, let's begin. We've got to stop them here.
So here's a fun thing. I think Welkin is just the tank now.
If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away.
Okay, sandbags, hand grenades. Yeah, we already witnessed this earlier, but you can blow up sandbags with the explosions, with the tank or with the grenades. So you can use X to cycle within the weapons. Alicia has some. She appears to be the only one. Okay. Cool. So we've got Alicia, townsperson. We've got the main gate, which has hit points. They've got a big old angry tank and a shock trooper. So I think this is the first time we're seeing a different type of ground unit. This shock trooper has an automatic machine gun, and they're a little more sturdy. They have less movement. They've got a machine gun, as opposed to the scouts, which have the sort of one-shot rifles. And so we start here with just us, and we're going to get a turn to get used to this, and then we're going to show up from over here with our tank. So let's do this, shall we? But I don't really know what I want to do yet, so I'm going to go down into one of these town people. Here's a fun thing that's true. I can go up and set up watch here, which is interesting. So I can see another dude. Here, so now we can pull up this little mini map in the corner. I have found another friend by getting up here. From this distance, nothing is good. If I manage to hit 6 headshots there, I could kill him, but I'm only going to shoot 5 from this distance. And so he's red, so he's got a command point to his name. So those guys are going to be important for this because the tank uses 2 every time. So maybe I can make it so the tank doesn't move more than once every turn if I take care of it. And then that shock trooper, I don't know because we've never seen a shock trooper before. And that guy's just a regular scout. So I'm going to, because it's funny, I'm going to try and get headshots, of which I got 1. I kind of feel okay about that. We're going to keep him up here so that he can play Overwatch, but I think he's also going to draw the ire of that tank. We'll see if that turns into anything. I think these guys need to stay here. I don't want to get baited into going over there. Alicia, though, why don't I have you not be clustered with literally everyone else? Why don't I move you over here?
Enemy unit spotted.
This could be interesting. Oh shit, she sees more people. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of bad guys. And he's not behind cover. So if I had the most amazing luck, I have the chance of murdering him. Oh, he's a shock trooper. Hey, I got 2 headshots. That's not bad, because like we talked about before, every time they move in my, my line of sight, I will be shooting at them actively. Now, where do I want this guy to be? Nobody can shoot at me, so I have all the time in the world to think. I want to protect our shit, so I maybe just put him... No, I didn't want to hop. Please don't. I maybe just move him in close here so that he still has shots at people going down that way, but he could respond if that guy decided to move in. I don't know. I'm just kind of turtling for right now. I guess I could have taken a shot. And now I get 1 more, so I'm going to reactivate Alicia and try and finish the job that I started there. Because that was kind of fun. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Okay, and that will be our turn. Let's throw it back to the bad guys. So they will have a lot of CP. Yeah, so they've got 6. And they use 2 to move the tank. See, our friends are shooting. He's doing a bit of an Austin Powers turnaround situation. And he takes a shot at the gate, which is not the best because it doesn't look like it's going to take him many shots to do that. So this is why we're in cover. Oof, bad RNG. Alright, here comes a friend who she's trying to shoot through the tank. That's incredibly effective. Come on, baby. There we go. And then we kill a dude because we well positioned ourselves. That is what I'm talking about. Now they're going to move this shock trooper, who will also get shot at from 3 angles, but somehow not die. That's brutal. So it looks like we're going to have to activate Alicia first next time so that she can possibly not die. Hey, there's a commander. Oh, this is bad. Hey, not bad at all. And then, ka-chink! That could have been bad. I guess we got a little lucky that time. I won't deny that. Yes, so Ragnade is a thing. And here we are again with our 4 CP. Which one of you has Ragnade? Yeah, it's you. I think I'm gonna... what do I want to do here? I don't want to continue just getting shot like that. I can aim at him from here. And then I can move Alicia around to get back in our spot. So that... Because I guess I thought separating would be a good idea, but Scooby-Doo rules, it's not a good idea. Let's try and save her. Not even a fucking little bit. That's brutal. Okay. Alright. We are now going to activate her and hope that she doesn't die. Immediate shots, please. Yeah. I distracted him. I guess that's helpful. Uno, dos. Okay, and she has healed a little bit, which you can tell because everybody heals every round. And now we make a play for moving this away. And I'm going to keep her far enough away, I guess, that maybe if they do an explosion that I won't get hit, but I'm not, you know, we'll see. Alright, ending that. I'm going to activate our friend up here and see if he can't... Oh, so that's a different guy, I guess. Yeah, so that guy moved in that I didn't know him before. Let's see what we can get. Oh, shit. Took care of him. Shabam. Shabazz Palaces. Let's do nothing else. And finally, I will Town Watchman. I will Ragnade. And I think I just hit A to do it. Heal my good friend Alicia. I don't know how effective that was. I guess I'll find out in a minute. Okay, tank time, which we will pointlessly shoot at, as is tradition. And it will do strange maneuvering and then probably take another shot at the gate. And then they'll have 3 CP left.
No! If this keeps up...
Good shots. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, the ace and or commander is moving. I'm not really sure. I don't know if I can tell the difference. Shoot back. Not bad damage. Hey, don't you be sneaky. Come on. Yes! Hell yeah. I believe this turn is when Welkin shows up. Ha ha ha! Perfect. What's up, buddy? Now here's something dumb. I think... Well, let's listen to this first.
It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
All right, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
The firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They're able to deflect nearly all gunfire from enemy foot soldiers. This makes them a solid wall for your own ground units to hide behind. Unlike ground units, however, tanks do not recover a portion of their lost HP every turn. Tanks also consume 2 CP when selected in command mode. Relying too heavily on tanks in battle will quickly lead to a fatal shortage of CP. Additionally, tanks require AP to turn, so take care to plan ahead which direction you'd like to face at the turn's end. That's an important thing to know. So, here's something else that's dumb. I don't know if I want to waste a tank turn on it. But
Enemy sighted.
there's a dude back there. Can I actually fire on him? Okay, I have anti-armor shells, explosive mortar rounds, and mounted machine guns. Anti-armor, effective against enemies covered in hard armor like tanks. Explosive mortars will hit a broad area with a Ragnite blast, ideal against ground units. And mortars travel along an arc, aim for the center of multiple foes for major results. But be aware, ammunition is limited. The machine gun is best suited to striking enemies that are too close for the mortar and is used to intercept incoming enemies. Press the X button to switch weapons to meet the needs of each situation. Alright, so I need to move a little bit further. To potentially mortar this motherfucker. Okay, I need to remember to use the D-pad for precise aiming. Alright, well, by all accounts, this should murder him, and we're gonna find out.
Fire!
Nope, his name is Segular the Wall. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna need to send a ground unit over here to take care of it, which means that I've wasted half of my tank movement speed. That's fine, I guess. Hey. Can I really not bust those? That's dumb. Alright. Trust me, this tank is not the easiest thing to control in the world. Nor would I imagine tanks would be in the real world. But who am I to say? Alright. Well, I've wasted an entire tank turn. That's fine, I guess. I hope I don't lose because of it. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna actually send my cutie patootie Alicia.
My turn, okay?
I think that's what I want to do. She's gonna be the one to go handle this guy, because it kind of puts her out of harm's way in some ways, and this lets her take out this command point right now. Chink. Okay, they have 2 separate HP totals on a tank, body, and tread. Attacks to the tank's body and main cannon will reduce body HP, while blows to the treads will reduce tread HP. If body reaches 0, the tank is destroyed, but if the tread reaches 0, AP is drastically cut, which makes sense, they'll have less mobility. It's easier to deal damage to the treads than to the body, even with grenades. Halting a tank before taking it out at your leisure may be a strategy that's both safe and sensible. The glowing blue radiator plate at the tank's rear is its weak point, where even standard bullets can do reasonable damage. Try to get behind enemy tanks for a chance to take them down while being careful not to expose your own rear to hostile fire. Rear. Okay. Yes! Alright, so we're going to get his body. And then we're going to use the rest of her AP, or most of it anyway, to get ourselves here. And then I will activate this tank again with less AP so that I can try and salvage my mistakes. Bonk. I don't know. Okay. Galleon tank! Whoa!
I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that.
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Yeah.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
All right, let's go take it down.
Okay, so I'm going to go straight through, and I will not be able to shoot through that building, which is a very strategically game design placed building so that I can't shoot the tank. I will now end my action and my turn. Interesting to note, you see that question mark in the side there where that ace is. That just shows that we can't see it anymore actively, but we know there was once an enemy there. Fun. Alright, so on the whole, they have less CP to use now, but they also have less dudes. I think we've killed... Oh, that's not good. Wait, 2,100 down to 600 means it does 500, so it'll take 2 more hits for that to go down. Ugh. Alright. Alright, I think we can still do this. I'm super not worried. Oh, that ace is moving out. He's coming. Alright, how much CP do we get? 5. So I could do 2 tank activations and an Alicia. So let's hope that I can deal with this once with Alicia. I am worried that she's going to take some actual serious hits. Wait a minute, where am I going? Over there. Fuck. Hey, buddy. Okay, it's going to take 4 headshots, so we may as well just get as close as possible. Ha, what's up? Segula. The wall. And now we take his body. I don't know that that's necessary. I'm going to have to look that up. But hey, now we can send Alicia back for possible use next turn because she's so great. And boom. Time for the Edelweiss to do some shit. Fuck your tanks. Fuck your tanks. Alright, it can now see it. So I'm going to move as close as I can because it's facing the other way. And I am going to make magic happen. So you can see how wide the circle is. This is one of the most frustrating things about the tank, is that it has a very large random spread. Okay. We're going to aim right in the middle of it, and we're going to fire. Hey, we got it. And then we're going to turn a little bit so that our butt is not facing it, and we're going to end. All right, can the random numbers let us finish this mission this turn? Yes, it can! Boom. I don't know what grade we're getting, probably a B, but we're going to get some definite extra XP boosts for killing all those commanders and the ace.
Yes, we stopped it. Nice work, Ace.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
Aw, romance can bloom on the battlefield.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time at least.
Welks!
What?
It's a boy! It's a boy.
What? While you were driving, like she did it on her own?
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
And it's like a movie birth. There's not even any blood around, and the umbilical cord is not a thing that we had to think about, and you know, it's perfect. Everything's great. There's no infections. This dirty tank is not a problem. Everything's perfect.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
All right, B rank. Not bad. 2 enemy leaders, 1 enemy ace, 1 light tank. Oh man. Look at those categories. We defeated a light tank, but there's medium, heavy, and destroyer. Spoilers, game. Spoilers. Alright, so you can see that the clear bonus for a B rank is still pretty solid. It's good numbers. I can't complain about them. And then we got, for everybody that we killed, we got another, what? 1,300 experience. Like, that works for me. We got more experience from killing enemies than we did just for clearing the mission, which I think is probably a good way to go about it. So it's going to incentivize us to make sure that we actually go and take out as many of those Red Commander units as we can. But that's not always going to be feasible, or like we get into a lot more drastic and dire situations as we go forward through this game. And hey, we seized that car 1 from the enemy. There's always some trade-offs. I think they're more raw damage for less accuracy in some cases, and you know, your weapons are always pretty solid and good, but hey, there we go. I'm gonna call it here for this episode, and just so that you know, I'm not gonna skip past things. We're gonna save. We're gonna go ahead and save it. And thank you for watching. This is KragPlays. I am so happy to be doing this for the reels, for finally for all the blagaboo. Sometimes I just say syllables. No, I'm really happy to be finally playing this game, and I could not be more happy to have this series of videos forcing me to do it, because I think we all feel from time to time that playing all the way through a game it's hard, you know, and we all have lives and things to do. Like, so it's really easy to fall off of one, and that's what happened to me last time, and I don't want that to happen this time. So I'm gonna see you guys next time.